Hey everybody, Stingray Steve. It's June 26th and we're in Southwest Florida, and I'm gonna go over all the new fruit trees that I recently bought and see how they're doing. Some of these trees I just bought like a week ago, and others I've had for 4, 5, maybe 6 months. So let's turn the camera around and we'll walk around. Okay. Okay, this isn't a fruit tree, it's a cranberry hibiscus, and I use all these young leaves for salad or tea, and I'm gonna have one right now. I'm just like eating lettuce. Okay, we're gonna start off with the Pakistani mulberry, and you see my hand? This is as high as I could reach, and the leaves are huge. And I just got this plant, and I'm wondering if I got a tissue culture, because I don't see any fruit yet, but it does fruit often, so maybe we'll get some fruit real soon. So this was just a little twig when I bought it over the winter, end of the winter, and it practically lost all its leaves, and then I got some leaves like this. This is the main branch I had, and now I'm getting these big branches coming out of it. But it was just a little twig, and look what's happening down here. This one is almost as big as the main, and actually it's longer, and I tied it a little. I want it more upward, and I might trim it later, but I need the shade for my plants over here and over here. So this was my mango tree right here, what's left of it, this stump, and it came down during a hurricane, and it tried to come back, but it never did. The roots must have got a lot of salt. So just look at these leaves here. It's really doing good. So if you want a fast grower, I mean, I would say it's about 8 feet tall now. And it was just in a little 3-gallon pot. So this is a fast grower, and I also got some cuttings that I believe are Shangri-La, and I just stuck them in the pots, and already I have buds, and if I have time I'll show you that later. And okay, the next one, I got this about 3 months ago, and it was in Walmart, imagine, and it's got the name over here. It's Lula avocado, and I put it in this big pot, and it really grew. So we'll see if I want to leave that in the pot for another year, or we'll see how it does. But right now it's man, it's like 3 times the size of when I got it. It was only like 1 branch on it. So there's your Lula, and you can see it's a great avocado. I have bad luck with Hass, so it's got a lot of new growth everywhere. Look at that. And it's doing great. Now, check out this one. This was another one I got maybe February, March, and it's a Kent mango, and it was just a little branch with a couple leaves, and then what happened is it went from 1 branch to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 branches. So we got 6 branches, and it's very healthy. And the main branch in the middle is right here. So it's also about a little bit bigger than the avocado, but it's already got a stump down here. It's a graft. Here's where it was grafted. So these are the ones you get in the store most of the time. They last a long time in the refrigerator, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let them get ripe. And this is tree spinach, Chea. And then recently I found this one. I have a big tree in my yard, but I figured I got it for a very reasonable price. So we have another star fruit, and I put it in a bigger pot. It was just in like a 2-gallon pot, and I've been watering it. I got it in direct sun, and it is really taken off. So that's a new plant. These are all new plants. And just last Sunday I got this one, and they happened to get a whole bunch of different mangoes in, and this is a grafted tree, and it's where's the name? There it is. It's a Super Julie. And it wasn't big, but since I got it, it's got some nice sized leaves on it. Since I got it, look at that. This wasn't there a week ago. So we got new growth almost immediately. And this is the same pot I got it in. Now here are some mangoes I grew from seeds, and for some reason some come out more yellow, and then I'll show you some of the bigger ones I got. This is a seedling. It's a little more green. Lots of new growth. Here's another seedling. And this is my biggest seedling. And I ate this mango recently, and I propagated the seed. And it's already over 2 feet. And if you look right here, you can see it's getting some new growth already. And this is a lighter green on top here, and those are some of my seedlings. Oh, and don't get mad if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but moringa is a tree. I bought this tree a month ago maybe, and I'm already using it for salad. I cut the top off. It's huge already. It's about 8 feet tall. And look at the stump. This was in like a 2-gallon pot, and now it's a tree already. And this plant has a lot of health benefits, and it gets a bean also. So far I haven't had any flowers, but I take off a big leaf and strip the leaves off, and it's great in salads, or you could put it in stews, all sorts of stuff, and it's really a healthy plant to eat. Okay, here's a new plant. I wouldn't consider it a vegetable, but this was just like a twig, and this is a beauty berry. Look how it's loaded, and these berries are going to turn purple, and besides making jams or eating them, the birds love them, the squirrels love them, and you could say over here they're already starting to turn purple. And look how big it got. Oh, so that's your beauty berry. That's a new tree. Here's one I bought over the winter, and it lost all its leaves, and then now it's started off with these small leaves, and now it's got big leaves like it had in the beginning, but it seems like it's going to take a long time to get fruit. And I got it in a huge pot that I had vacant, and I didn't want to disturb the roots, so I just slit giant holes in the original pot. And that's a mamey. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm sorry, but it's a tropical fruit, mamey. My wife says she doesn't like them, so we'll see if I like them. Now, this is my latest pride and joy right here. We got a ready? Hold on. A butterscotch sapphadilla, and I had this plant. I bought it together with the Super Julie, so I've had it. Sunday it'll be a week, and it was at a nursery under a lot of shade from big oaks, and now I put a different pole on it, took a lot of those nursery bandages off, and it straightened out, and all of these leaves on the top look very happy. So I've heard this could take, it's a graft, maybe 5 to 7 years. I hope not. So we're gonna leave it in that giant pot for a while, and then we're gonna decide what we want to do with it. But this is was on my bucket list, and it's about 4 feet high, including the pot, maybe a little more. Your butterscotch sapodilla. It used to be a rare plant. I don't know if it still is, but the fruit is very large. Okay, and now, who would have thought that I would have one of these, right? And this is your jackfruit. Now, when I bought this plant, it was just a little twig. And I've had it for about 4 months. And it doesn't need any support now. The wood is getting hard. And look at the branches. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One coming out there. 7. It's got like 7, 8 branches already. And let me show you from the top. Isn't that beautiful and healthy? So it's really growing fast. Not as fast as the mulberry, but it's a fast grower. And I got it in a big pot, so I'm looking forward to having my first jackfruit. And I didn't think it would grow this fast, but it's taken off. And here we got a strawberry guava. I got like one that came up wild and another one that I had for like 15 years. I just ate some fruit from it yesterday, and I bought this one because it's a possibility it might be the yellowberry one, and the yellowberry guava, and I got some fruit on it, but it seems to have hardened, so I'm gonna see what happens with this. We're just gonna check it out, see if it has good fruit. So far, oh, here's one. Here's a fruit. So far it looks pretty good. It's a large size, so I'm hoping it's a yellow strawberry guava. What would you call that? There's more fruit over here. And this is a relatively new plant I bought. And here's my soursop. This tree almost died over the hurricane last year. And you can see where I trimmed off. That branch was dead. This branch is like half dead, but the main branch is doing good. And sort of leaning over to get the sun because of this crazy date palm I planted. I'll go show you that in a minute. Hasn't fruited, but these leaves make such a great tea. All you need is like 1 or 2 of these big leaves that are new growth, and what a tea it makes. And you can see I've been stripping them down, and I'm still getting big leaves. And I decided to let this branch come out and keep all its leaves. So we're going to have a replacement that's all the way from the ground up for that limb that died. So there you got your soursop. And it's about 7 feet tall. Great plant. Okay, you see this this yellow leaf dwarf coconut, it is, man, it's that top of that leaf is like 15 feet up. It is huge. And it was leaning over after the hurricane. I put a block or two, but now it's really rooted well now. So what I'm going to do is, if we get another hurricane, God forbid, I'm going to just cut off most of the leaves, and that'll keep it from coming down. And I'm going to do the same thing with mangoes. I learned my lesson with the mangoes. And this dwarf right here is the same age as that one. And the difference is this one's in a pot. And that one isn't. So can make a big difference where you plant them and how much water they're getting. So that's your coconut, and this is his little sister right here. And I also have some coconuts from this tree across the street, and I would say it's about 40, 50-year-old coconut. It's not a dwarf. And look how high it is in comparison to the roof. And I don't know if you could see them, but it's loaded with coconuts. That's my neighbor's tree. Okay, I got some few more new plants, and then we're gonna call it a day for my fruit trees. So let's walk over here. Have you ever seen a variegated bird of paradise? Well, I got two of them. I got this one and this giant right here is about maybe 15 feet high. And if you look over here, you could see one of the variegated leaves. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. And the strangler figs, the banyan tree, are about to get ripe. So we got these little baby figs everywhere. Oh, look. And we have a ripe one already. So the squirrels and the birds, they're going to be here in numbers because they love these. And they're actually not too bad when they're like this. But you got to pick a lot of them. And there's a strangler fig. And we got a ton of passion fruits. There's all the roots, passion fruits. They just came up by themselves. Okay. This is my mangosteen. and it's a slow grower, but it's doing well. I've only had it since the winter. That's a mangosteen, and it's called a lemon drop mangosteen. I forgot to mention that. Here's a Logan. I don't know if I pronounced it right, but okay, that's your Logan. Sort of like a lychee nut. My lychee nut, I had a small one like this. It died during a hurricane. I had it, so this plant is about, I got it in the winter, and it's doing okay. Okay. Now I lost my loquat, so I got this seedling, and it's really got big leaves. Look at that. And it's maybe 4 feet tall, and it was just a twig when I got it. It was, I believe it was only $5. It was a seedling in a little tiny pot. So at first I thought it was going to be just one huge branch, and then recently it branched out. So now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 branches on the side and one main one in the middle. So what a difference. And the secret is you got to keep watering it. Okay, that's not a new plant. I just wanted to show you my star fruit. I've had this one for 4 or 5 years already, and we got some blossoms. So it's a lot of blossoms. See them? So we should be getting fruit real soon. And if you would have saw this tree a couple of months ago after the hurricane, it took a while for it to recover, but it made it. And this will be the last tree of my new fruit trees that I got. And this tree maybe is 2 years old, and it's a rose apple. And when I got this tree, it was like the size of maybe this branch. It was a little seedling in a 1-gallon pot. And it's a slow grower, but I'm happy with it. And when it gets new leaves starting over here, you can see they're like reddish. So maybe we'll see fruit next year or this winter. I'm hoping, but this winter will be 3 years old, I guess. So maybe I'm wishful thinking, but it's a great sturdy, hardy little tree, and I can't wait to try the fruit from it. So that's it, guys. We'll do more videos on some of my other plants real soon. So hit that subscribe button, put down a like, and I'll see you guys soon. God bless you.